So, my foundation's already done, but to do it, I used this. This is Lise Watier. It's a color correcting palette. So I used this color, ivory, for my dark circles. I used the green for red, and I used this purple to lighten up my forehead because I find I get dark patches right here. Then for my foundation, and I just applied it with this little quo brush that I've had for years. And then for my foundation, I used Nars Sheer Glow Foundation in Light 2. This is the best foundation I've ever had, by far. And I used my little, I got this from Shoppers, I think it's Quo as well. Just a little sponge. So, foundation's done. And the next step that I always go to is my highlight. So I'm going to take this little Quo brush again, and I'm going to use my Lise Watier, and I'm going to use this color. Sorry, this one was yellow-beige that I used for my dark circles, but I'm going to use ivory for my highlight, which is this color right here. I got this in India, but it's just rose water. So I just I spray this on my sponge so that I get like a sealant almost, kind of, so that the sponge more spreads and blends the makeup rather than it absorbing it. That's all blended out. You can see better in the camera actually than you can in the mirror. That right here is a lot brighter, and so is here, and in my forehead it's brighter than it was before. So next I'm going to do my contouring. So for my contouring, I used to use this Morphe palette in 9FC cream concealer, but as you can tell, I'm pretty much out of all the ones that I use, and I'm just personally not a big fan of the cream contours anymore. I still like having my cream highlight, but anyway, so I've moved on to, this is Ciaté London. I'm not sure if that's how it's actually pronounced, but this is Bamboo bronzer, powder bronzer in Palm Island. So just open that up. So it's kind of like a darker dusty kind of color. Anyways, so I'm going to use this brush from Luxie Precision Foundation. Don't use it for that, but I got this in my Ipsy bag. And then just apply some. Everybody contours differently, and I've learned that if I pucker in my cheeks, I do a better job. So we're going to do that. Pucker up those cheeks, and you're going to follow the line. The first line we drew right here, you're going to go right above it, and we're going to put the contour in there. also contour my nose. Now for that, I use the same color, but I use this Morphe, it's just a crease blending brush. It's for blending in your crease on fragrance one. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out of here onto this brush, not a lot, because I don't like having too dark of a nose contour. I'm gonna just go down the side a little bit, give it some shadow so that you can, it makes your nose look smaller, it makes it look straighter if you have any crookedness. Last part for my face for a while, because I do my highlighter last, is blush. So before I was using Nikki'e Beauty Paradise Blush, but, so excuse me, sorry, it just doesn't work for me. So I also got this in my most recent Ipsy bag. It's by Peak. So Peak Cosmetics Metalimatte Quick Drying Blush in Abu. Peekaboo. So it's more of a peachy tone, which I like quite a bit more. For this, I'm just taking some on my finger and I just kind of dot it up my cheekbone a little bit, but not too much. Just a little bit like that. Perfect. And then I'm taking, I haven't decided which works better. Sometimes I will use this and I'll blend it out. So I'm gonna do one with each, or I'll use this. So I'm gonna do this side with the brush, and I'll do this side with the sponge, see which works better. So I'll do my face, and then I'll do my eyebrows, and then I'll do my eyes and stuff like that. I like to use some setting spray to just, it keeps everything looking, you know, uniform and good. So for a long time I was using the Kat Von D, which smelled amazing. But I've recently moved over to the Urban Decay Up All Night because I've just heard amazing things about it and I wanted to give it a shot. So I usually do just a couple sprays in a T or an X or whatever. Sometimes I do 18 sprays, sometimes I do 4. So just you want to hold it far away and just keep your eyes closed and then I just give that a minute to dry. In the meantime, the next step is eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I have always loved Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was the first Instagram page that I saw, aside from Huda, who I love as well, that really got me interested. And I've always wanted something, so this was the first ever thing I bought from Anastasia. I got her gel brow dip brow pomade in soft brown, Anastasia, and I am running low. I'm almost out, and it's the saddest thing ever. So I bought the little brush that you can buy to go with it. Any other really kind of brush works. You can use an eyeliner brush, you can use whatever. I like the spoolie, if that makes a difference. So yeah. I've used, like, sometimes if it's not running well, I'll spray a little bit of that in there. Although I find what works the best is face oil. Like, I used Tarte Macarajula oil or whatever, and that worked really well. So, first things first with your eyebrows, you're gonna brush them. And I always find that using a smaller mirror that you can hold closer to the face tends to work the best for me. Anyways, I don't know about other people, but I go back in with my Lise Watier ivory shade to do any touch-ups that need to be done. So I'll just take a little bit on my brush, just the tiniest little bit. You can't see it at all. Okay, well, it's a little bit. I'm doing this on my phone. I don't have video cameras. I don't have anything, so bear with me, and please no hate. Like, it's not. Just to clean it up. So we're gonna do the next eyebrow, and the important thing to remember about your eyebrows is that chances are when you're just learning how to do it is they're not gonna look exactly the same. And even when you are good at it or you've been doing it for a long time, there's gonna be days where they don't look the same. And you know what, when you're not wearing any makeup, look at your eyebrows and ask yourself, are they the same shape? Because they're probably not. I know mine aren't, so it just is what it is. You gotta figure it out. And it takes practice, lots of practice. Eyebrows, I use, it's Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. I bought it when I bought my, when I bought the dip brow, but her clear gel, her brow gel, clear brow gel, sorry. You just brush that on, keep those suckers in place. Oh no. And don't get discouraged by mistakes like that. I can't see it, but I've got some gel that caught some of the product and carried the shade up my face. So we're just gonna fix that. There you go, all fixed. Alright. So now at this point, I've noticed that my face has started to look oily, and I don't have a set of any loose powder. Like, I have a little bit, but it's not enough, and I don't even like it, so you just gotta watch out for any excess oil. And if it's not the look you're going for, if you know you want most of your face to be kind of like matte and not oily looking, then you're gonna have to go through and just dab some of the excess products off. You can get you know, blotting papers. You can use paper towel, toilet paper, newspaper, not newspaper, sorry, toilet paper, tissue paper. You know, I just use, because the shape of my beauty blender, I don't ever use this flat side. So I just kind of use that to try and dab away some of the excess. So next is my eyes. So for my eyes, my favorite palette right now is the Tartiest Pro palette by Tarte. It's super pretty, the packaging is super pretty, and all of the colors are amazing. This is the whole palette. These are some of my favorite colors ever. So to start with, I take this is my Morphe, it's just my basic blending brush. And I'm gonna start with Chic today. I usually start with one of these three. So I'm gonna start with this one today. Now I have hooded eyelids, and there are not enough makeup tutorials out there for girls with my eyes, so I'm gonna help you sisters out. You see all that excess skin, you pretty much want to apply all your makeup onto that excess skin. So. Quite honestly, I'm not 100% sure what this brush is for, but I find that it's great for my crease. It blends fine too. So the next color I'm gonna go with, so I just use Chic. I'm gonna go up a little darker, and we're gonna use Innocent again in the crease to just build it up a little bit more. So this time, you gotta press really lightly because this will apply the product really heavily. So right now, I'm just trying to create the illusion of like a higher brow bone. So now what I'm gonna do, because I want to create more of a dramatic look today, I don't usually go very dramatic, but I'm gonna take this edgy, the color edgy, and I'm gonna just take a tiny little bit. You can blow any excess off, you can tap it off, and I'm gonna do quite a darker crease. I still want to build some more crease, so I'm going to use this little color Bold down here. Now I'm done with this palette for now. I'll go back to do my under eye, but I'll do the under eye, I'll actually do it right now. So for my under eye, I've been using, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the first color that I used, the base color, and I'm going to run that all along the bottom of both my eyelids, and then I'm going to go in with one of the darker colors that I used to do the outer corner. Feels like I have a black eye or something, but once I put on eyeliner, it'll all come together. So, we're done with that one. Now, what I usually do at this point, this is kind of like a daily look I would go for. So I'm going to do all matte, and then I have the Morphe 350S and the 350M, and I love these. This is the 350S. So all of these are shimmery tones, and this is what I'm going to use to finish the look. All of those beautiful tones. So I'm going to try and choose a brighter, cooler, still brown tone. This is a pretty good color. If you're not sure if it'll go, swatch it on your wrist before. Now you can do this a number of ways to pop your eye. I usually just apply it under the crease. You can use a brush, you can choose not to use a brush, that's up to you. And I'll apply it in the middle of my bottom lash right here. Probably, I usually use one of the brighter colors that is in here. Usually this one right here in the top. And I'll use this one to highlight my eye. Again, at this point, because I find with the eyeshadow or eyeliners that I use one of two, or sometimes I use them both in the same sitting, is that with the felt tips, because they're felt tip brushes, they get a lot of, they collect a lot of the eyeshadow that's left on my eyelid, and they get clogged up. So at this point, again, I'm going to do a spray, but I'm just going to do it centering around the eyes. Second to dry, you want to keep your eyes kind of down so that they don't crease. And then we're going to start with the eyeliner. So, eyeliner, Kat Von D, tattoo liner, my go-to is what I use. It's my favorite. This is the third one I've had. I got this. It's by EM Cosmetics. It's like the Kat Von D. It's pretty good, but I find it gets clogged a lot faster. So again, for me, using a smaller mirror for eyeliner helps a lot more. thing, and now you get to replicate it. Good luck! So last for your eyes is your mascara or falsies or whatever. I use mascara, although I would love some false eyelashes. Yeah, because I don't know if you can tell, but I have like no eyelashes at all. So it's fun. It's cool though. It's cool. Two different kinds of mascara. Yes, I do, because I need to get my shit together. And you know, I decided to make a video about makeup, and I don't even really have all the tools I need, but you know, hey, it's fun, right? And that's why we do makeup. Something else I've learned over the last few years doing my makeup is that putting mascara on your lower lash line really, really opens up your eyes. So now I'm almost done. I am so close. We're gonna go over again. This time kind of more, this is like a finalizing kind of spray. We're gonna do it once more, but before we do, we're gonna... Now, this one you don't want to let it dry too fast because this is for your highlighter, and I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Kiss Glow Kit. So, my two favorites are Moonlight and Summer, or Moonstone and Summer. Usually what I do is I'll do a combination, but today I'm just going to use the one. So, this is my, not a legit highlighting brush, it's actually a powder brush, but this is what I use. Oh, I used the wrong one. I don't want tourmaline. I want this one. So I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply a lot. And then you want to highlight your cheekbones. There. So that you can cut a bitch with it. But usually I end my highlight right here. Today I brought it pretty much all the way down my face because I have stuff to do today. I get to go run some errands. It's a long weekend here in Canada. I don't know where everyone else is coming from, but I'm coming out here from Ontario, Canada. Beautiful Kitchener-Waterloo. It's a gloomy, rainy day, as it has been for the last 2 weeks. So, last but not least is lipstick, which I don't always wear. Most of the time I don't. I have shitty lips. I don't like them. But whatever. Okay. So this is Kat Von D Liquid Lip in Bow and Arrow. It's like a brownie tone. I don't overline my lips. Not that I feel like I don't need to. I'm just terrible at it. And so I just do it. That's it. That's today's look. If anybody has any tips, makeup tips, video tips, editing tips, anything, I am totally open to constructive criticism. You know, follow me, subscribe to me. I'll link my Instagram and that in my description. I'll also list all the products that I used in the description. Keep in mind, this is my first video, so please be gentle with me. But thanks for watching, and I hope you had fun, because I did. Bye!